Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you are safe and doing good. Let's have a recap. Previous class we learned the surface tension. Surface tension is the property of a liquid. What is surface tension? The amount of force acting on the unit length of the surface of the liquid is called surface tension. So what is this? This is a water slider. It's an insect. It slides on the water due to the surface tension of the liquid. This is viscosity, isn't it? So when a liquid is flowing, there is a frictional force between the successive layer of the liquid. This force acts in order to oppose the relative motion of the liquid is called viscous force. Such a property of the liquid is called viscosity. Okay. Then you are going to see the friction. Here the frictional force is always the opposite direction of the moving body. Here you can see that. The frictional force is always acts opposite to the moving body. This is friction. Okay. Next we are going to see the types of friction. So you can see that the friction is classified as two types. One is static friction. The another one is kinetic friction. This kinetic friction again is classified as two types. One is sliding friction. The another one is rolling friction. So first we can see that the static friction. Okay. So what is static friction? The friction experienced by the bodies or at rest is called static friction. Here you can see that by the bodies which are at rest, that is called static friction. A force that keeps an object at rest. One force is keeping the object at rest. So we can see some examples. All the object rigidly placed to be rest on the earth. All the objects are at rest is an example of static friction. Okay. Here we can give some example. Books on the table. Yes, it's not moving. It is at rest position. And then the box sitting on the ground. Then you can see that a knot in a thread. Okay. These are the example of static frictions. Next, that is kinetic friction. So what is the friction? The next friction is kinetic friction. Friction existing during the motion of the bodies. Now here the friction is existing when the body is moving. That type of friction is called kinetic friction. The kinetic friction also can be divided into two types. What are they? Let's you know that during the motion of the body, the friction existing during the motion of the bodies. There are two types of kinetic friction. One is, look at the picture and see. This is a sliding friction. Then another one is, what is this friction name is called? Rolling friction. So what are the two types of friction? Two types of kinetic friction, sliding friction and rolling friction. So what is the next? We are going to see the sliding friction. Okay. When a body slides over the surface of the another body, the friction acting between the surface in contact. No, the surface in contact is called sliding friction. You can see the example here. Here, when the body slides over the surface of the another body in contact. So that is called sliding friction. So the example, a person sliding down a slide. So what is the next one? A sled sliding across the snow or ice. Yes, it's sliding across the snow or ice. Okay, what is the next one? Rolling friction. So what is the rolling friction? When a body rolls over another surface. Here no, it is the body rolls over the another surface. The friction acting between the surface and contact. These both are contact each other, isn't it? This type of friction is called rolling friction. When a body rolls over the another surface area of the body. Okay, that is called rolling between the surface and contact. That friction is called rolling friction. Next, we are going to see the example of rolling friction. Anything with wheels or the ball rolling is an example of friction. Okay. Example of rolling friction. Okay. Now you can see some of the images of rolling friction. I think now you will understand this, isn't it? Here you are seeing the wheels. So the rolling friction is something has the wheel. Any object has the wheel is an example of rolling friction. Okay. Okay. Children, do you understand? Yes. Okay, next we are going to see the factors affecting the friction. There are 3 factors affecting the friction. The first one is nature of the surface. Okay, you can see here that they create an inclined plane. So slope on the table like this. You can create an inclined plane and then you mark it anywhere else in the inclined plane. And then you have to let the cylindrical shape object. So what will happen? It will reaches the maximum distance or particular point and then it stops. Isn't? The cylindrical shape object moves down and then it reaches a particular point and stops. And then you have to take your sandpaper and keep it under the slope. And again you have to take your small cylindrical object and slows down. What will happen? It will let in the particular distance, but it is less than what you did in the smooth surface. So why? Because here you kept the sandpaper. No, that is a rough surface. So rough surface, see here, more friction. Rough surface has more friction. The next one is weight of the object. What is that? Next one is the weight of the object. It is easy to pedal a cycle without any weight on a carrier, on its carrier, isn't it? It's very easy to pedal it. But with a load on its carrier, you can see here, it is difficult to move it. Why? Because the weight of the carrier increases with the friction between the surface of the tire and the road. So what will happen? The weight will increase the friction between the surface of the tire and the road. That's why. So weight of the body, it will affect the friction. Okay. Here you can see that. With a load placed on its carrier, it is difficult to move it because the weight. It is very difficult to move because of the weight. So it affects the friction also. The next, we can see the area of the contact. You can see here the cycle, no? It has the least friction. Why it has least friction? The contact of the tire with the road is less. But you can see here, this is what road roller has a broad base, isn't it? The road roller has a broad base, so it offers more friction on the road. It's a broad base. Here the cycle is a less base, so it creates a less friction. But here the road roller has a broad base. It creates a more friction. Here you can see the friction is directly related to the area of the contact between the two surfaces, the broad base of the tire and the road. Here you can see area of the contact is greater, then friction is also greater. To occupy the area of the contact, the broad basis means it is the friction also greater. So what are the three factors affecting the friction? Nature of the surface, weight of the body and area of the contact. Clear, children? Good. Next we are going to see the advantages of friction. Okay, friction is responsible for many types of motion. Okay, here you can see that the person is walking on the ground. The friction helps the person to walk on the ground. Okay, you can see here, walk on the ground. Then the car stops, isn't it? How the car is stopping? Brakes in the car make use of the friction and to stop the car. Okay. In the car brakes we have that make use of the friction and stop the car. It helps then in the generation of the heat. It also helps in the generation of the heat. These are the advantages of friction.
What are the advantages of friction? Friction helps us to walk on the ground. Yeah. Then writing easily with a pen on paper is due to friction. Okay. Next we are going to see the disadvantages of friction. Friction wears of the surface rubbing with each other like screws and gears in machines or soles of shoes. Okay. The next one, to overcome the friction, to excess amount of effort has to be given to operate a machine. Okay, these are the disadvantages. This leads to wastage of energy. And then friction produces heat which causes physical damage to the machine. It produces the heat, no? It causes the physical damages to the machine. These are the disadvantages of friction.
Increasing and decreasing friction. The first one is area of the contact. Friction can be increased by increasing the area of the surface in contact. Here in the tire we can see that the area of the contact is more, it increases the friction of that. So friction can be increased by increasing the area of the surface and contact. Here you are seeing the sole of the shoe. It helps the chapels, its grip. It gives the grip on the surface of the surface on the land, isn't it? When you are surface of the ground, it will grip giving. It gives the more friction on that. Okay, next, using lubricants, increasing or decreasing the friction here. You can see that a substance which reduces the friction. The area of the contact, we can see that it increases the friction, but here the using lubricants, you can decreases the friction. Reduces the frictional force is called as lubricant. You can see some of the example. Oil, coconut oil, grease is an example of lubricants. Substances to reduce the friction is called as lubricants. Here you can apply the oil. The lubricants fill the gaps in the irregular surfaces between the bodies and the surface of the contact. This provides a smooth layer, thus preventing a direct contact between the rough surface. It will prevent the direct contact between the rough surfaces. The next one is using ball bearing. Here you can see that what will happen. The rolling friction is smaller than the sliding friction. So we are replacing the sliding friction by rolling with the usage of ball bearing. Okay. Then let's have a recap of it. So friction, when two surfaces come in contact with each other, friction is produced. Okay, what are the types of friction we learned? Static friction, kinetic friction. Kinetic friction has two, that is sliding and rolling friction. Then factors affecting the friction, nature of the surface, weight of the body and the area of the contact. Okay, so you all have the classwork note, isn't it, children? Okay, you write your test in the classwork note and then you upload your answers. Okay, so we will see you in the next class. Until then, stay safe and stay home. Thank you, children.